Hello guys and girls, this is Jerningam here, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing another video again, and I drank my last can of cherry Coca-Cola. Cherry Coca-Cola! Careful, there's a bit left in there, near the fizz, near the ear. It's fizzing. Crackling. But anyway, what's going to go on in these worlds again? Another video of worlds and space. If you get sucked into a black hole in outer space, where do you go? What dimension do you go to? Do you get stuck in this black hole forever? Will that make you time travel backwards or forwards? Imagine if you go for a black hole in space and it takes you to World War One and World War Two. Could take you back to the Roman times. Could take you back to the times how the Earth was made and how the world was built. Even back to the dinosaur ages. And would we even see UFOs that actually was on the Earth before our Earth? Did these UFOs make our Earth? Did God make our Earth, or Jesus? Or was it made by many people over the years and it's evolved, like the cavemen, like the people that made our world, the great fantastic world that we're in, the grass and the trees that were planted? Did the water come from a flood and it just flooded everywhere, like Noah's Ark? Many theories of stories. There's my book on there, as you can see it is where I put the book. My headphones for now, and they'll probably stay there unless I move them now. Anyway, let's try and move them over there. I don't need the book and headphones at the moment while I'm talking about the story. You see, the thing is, if you was in space, could you get lost in the Milky Way and the galaxy? What's actually through the galaxy in space? Is that what actually makes you go back in time? Is the galaxy planets through the galaxy, or for the Milky Way? Or is there any other places, with other creatures and beings on the galaxy in the Milky Way? Could be. There probably isn't. Some of you guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, say there's not. Well, what happens if this giant space station on the moon is a part of the Earth, and they're making us think there's UFOs in there, or any other beings in there? Perhaps they're taking. Imagine if they were taking prisoners from our Earth to the moon. They wouldn't be allowed to escape. They'd be stuck on the moon forever. Is that what they're going to do in the future? Put more prisoners on Mars? Does that mean the aliens regarding our prisoners? Or they're doing it anyway? Could mean many things. Bloody lids come off the pen again. Is the pyramids on the moon? Is the pyramids on Mars? It's bound to be. Is the pyramids anywhere else? And there is in Egypt on our Earth. I mean, our planet's a star, believe it or not. It's not like one, does it, when you go outside? There's just many things and theories that I'm thinking that could be true, maybe not be, but we just have to get through all these crazy times of the world. Will it start snowing on the moon one day? Imagine that. Will it rain on the moon one day? Will the sun come out on the moon? Will the sunshine start having the sun on the moon? And that way, will the moon look like the Earth again? Will it rain on Mars, even though it's hot? The sunshine is on Mars. Or does it rain on Mars? Will it thunderstorm on the moon on Mars, even though it doesn't on our Earth? Outer space is a giant vacuum, as we all know. Bound to be a giant vacuum. Once you take your helmet off, you'll be like this. Oh, I can't breathe. Like suffocating in the middle of space. That's why you wear the helmet, to stop the pressure. Had a bit of a sore throat then. Got to stop coughing. Not because of the dust. Even the carpets. But anyway, what kind of pressure will the moon have on the Earth, compared to the Earth? You need the moon to do the tides of the water. What happens if the tide on the moon stops working and someone goes to the moon and blows it up? The fishes in the sea may die. You may have more tsunamis or massive waves across the world, like flooding. Kind of reminds me of that film of 2012 when the tsunami happened on that film. The Earth would go on fire and crumble, which it's already doing now with the volcanoes in that, I can't remember what that country's called, the big volcanoes across the world, so we'll have to find out a bit more about that. And it's very scary for the people, for the volcanoes as well. Is there more volcanoes in England? Was the Wrekin in England, in Telford, a volcano at one point? Or was it something else? Was the volcanoes in the UK, that's Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, back in the olden days, and they burnt out back in the Roman times, the Tudor times, or many other times that we were going in this crazy world? It could have been. Many theories. Could the volcanoes erupt on the moon? May affect the Earth spinning, because the Earth and the moon spin around, don't they? What happens if the Earth stops spinning one day? One part of the Earth will always be light, the other part of the Earth will always be dark. Nothing would probably grow, or you'd have to go to one side of the Earth what's sunlight and bring stuff back. It would be like right pain in the ass, or whatever you want to call it, in the neck or something. Eventually, they're going to have to start putting stuff up there in the moon. They've got space stations. Will the space station in the sky be built even bigger and expand that in the sky to the moon, and send things from the space station connected to Mars and any other planet, coming through? They could take all sorts of things up in a spaceship or a shuttle or a rocket, but the thing is, there's only so much room. Over time, you build things and take materials up. It takes years and years to build something up there. So will they put more space stations up there? They could do. Why don't they put more fuel and petrol up in the moon, which they'll probably have? They've probably got a few things in the space station. There's storage in case you run out and you just go to the moon and bring back down again. How does that work? Or put it on Mars. Can't they find more things up there? Like, if you go to different planets in the solar system, in outer space, will there be diamonds on other planets? Diamonds, what kind of... Will the dirt and the things be the same? Will it smell different in and outer space than the other planets? Will we see different life forms, like bugs, creatures, animals? Will there be dinosaurs on other planets we don't know? And the giant crabs and giant moths, like I was talking about in the videos. There's bound to be other dinosaur planets in, probably out of our planets, billion light years away, or you never get there. There's bound to be. We're not the only people in the universe, surely. The reasons why the people are seeing these UFOs in the skies because they can time travel and stuff. They've got the technology. They're more advanced than us, the aliens. And, the people that talk to them, Secret Service, Men in Black, they all go around these sort of things. They're all clever people, So it's amazing how much I know about space and life, and even though some people have been on the Earth longer than me. So it will happen. That's all I can say. It'd be like that thing I watched on the TV. You go to space during the day, you go to Earth during the night. Or they may change it around a bit. If the Earth gets that bad, they'd have to get everybody out and take them into space and build other things. Or you fight the zombies on the Earth. Some people don't believe zombies are not going to happen and think it's make-believe. Same thing with the coronavirus, COVID-19. None of us like the world. Some of us do. We need to get our great world back again. But there's bound to be time portals of things, other places we've not seen. People aren't telling us because if we knew, then it would ruin things for them. So we've got to try and think about that, haven't we? Like I say, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this could be a very big story of talking about different worlds, different dimensions. You could actually go to a dimension, 2027, and there'd be nobody there. There's a guy in TikTok that went to another dimension and no one was there. He put stuff down in certain places and areas, and people picked him up and saw his things. Is there more people stuck in dimensions? There could be. But anyway, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I better go. That's some of my words and pieces. Back again to try and think of more things, and thank you for joining me. Peace. And take it easy.